You never know what you're going to find in a smuggler's truck, car, or boat. It might be drugs. It might be gold or weapons. It might be cash. Or it might be this. A trunk full of desperate people. Simultaneous raids in Bulgaria, Greece, and Turkey this week revealed a large migrant smuggling ring that saw luxury cars racing west across Europe at high speed away from Europe's eastern edge, stuffed with an alarming number of people layered inside.
Stop the car!
The mob reporter here with news of two large-scale smuggling operations that were undone just 2 days apart. The speedy Greek caper and one in England, where an Albanian organized crime ring was moving migrants across the English Channel through a tunnel from France, hidden inside vans and trucks. Let me tell you about it. Where Greece meets Turkey is the eastern gateway to the European Union, and that makes it a magnet for people fleeing the Middle East and South Asia, seeking a new life in Western Europe. And organized crime rings are making millions, moving them across thousands of miles in precarious ways.
Hands.
On Friday, July 23, 2021,
Hands. Show me your hands.
simultaneous police raids in Bulgaria, Greece, and Hungary revealed a joint operation to take down an organized people smuggling ring. Gangsters were transporting waves of irregular migrants from the Greek-Turkish borderland of the Avro region for at least the last 2 years, and likely much longer. The 100 or so miles of the border in Greece's far northeast became a major refugee and migrant flashpoint last year. The border area often saw clashes between migrants and border authorities on both sides of the boundary. This smuggling network used powerful pickup trucks and luxury cars in a bid to avoid scrutiny and security checkpoints. Their tactic was to look innocuous, but then outrun anyone that showed unwanted interest, leading to multiple high-speed chases and crashes on highways across Europe. Authorities traced at least 89 different high-end vehicles used in the scheme, most of them imported from Georgia by Bulgarians. Over the months, several attempts were found and stopped, sometimes after collisions. Police found as many as 15 people layered into each vehicle. Try to imagine making that trip. Authorities said the migrants paid between 2,000 and 2,500 euros per person, which is about 3,000 to 3,700 US dollars. On Friday's joint day of action by multiple police forces, at least 19 people were arrested, 6 of them in Bulgaria, 5 in Greece, and 8 in Hungary. Authorities say most of the suspects are Bulgarian, Greek, Turkish, and Georgian nationalities. The network was run by a crime family in Bulgaria that specializes in people smuggling. High-performance cars, including large BMW, Mercedes, and Audi sedans, as well as vans, pickups, and SUVs, were brought to Hungary on trailers from Bulgaria and Georgia, along with experienced smugglers, mostly Ukrainian and Georgian drivers, who were housed in Hungary between runs, which in Hungary meant moving migrants between its southern border with Serbia to its western border with Austria. In April, when officers tried to stop this BMW, it took off trying to escape, only to crash into 2 other police vehicles. With the 26-year-old Ukrainian driver were 9 undocumented migrants who said they were from Syria. In this stop in January, it was 12 people saying they were Syrians who were found packed in the back of this hatchback. It was driven by a 25-year-old Georgian man. These, of course, are only a few that were caught. It is unknown how many got away or how many slipped through completely undetected. In this joint operation, which was coordinated by Europol, the European Union Police Agency, Authorities searched 15 locations and at last tally seized 29 vehicles. That includes 15 cars described as high-end and 10 trailers used to move the cars from country to country. Also seized were electronics, phones, more than 100 SIM cards, cash, and Bitcoin mining equipment. Maybe that's what the drivers were doing when not behind the wheel. Meanwhile, in England, this was going on this week. Another large migrant smuggling investigation that ended with raids and arrests.
You are under arrest on suspicion of assisting you unlawful immigration into the United Kingdom and money laundering offences. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned. Something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand what I've said to you?
I'm struck by how utterly chill the other men are sitting at the table at the Galicia Tapas Bar on Croydon High Street, a major commercial stretch. They don't flinch when their table mate is swarmed by the cops. Their target, the National Crime Agency said, was an Albanian gang responsible for illegally driving hundreds of migrants into the United Kingdom, hidden in vans and trucks through the tunnel under the English Channel from northern France. The Channel Tunnel is the longest underwater tunnel in the world and has dual rail lines carrying passengers as well as vehicles. Among the 6 men and 1 woman arrested in England was the network's boss, the agency said. The accused range in age from 44 to 26 years old, which is also the age of the only woman arrested.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of money laundering. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something that you later rely on in court.
Okay.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
That's fine.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The organization had contacts across Europe, in France, Germany, the Netherlands, and Poland. 6 attempted runs into Britain were discovered and stopped by UK border officers in the last half of 2020 during searches of vehicles at the Channel Tunnel terminal in Coquelles, France, near Calais. Subsequent investigation found each case primarily involved Albanians and were linked to the same organized crime group, the NCA said. They used corrupted truck drivers to carry the migrants hidden in their vehicles. The network promised premier service and charged accordingly. The NCA said migrants are believed to have paid between 20,000 and 25,000 British pounds to reach England. That's roughly 27,000 to 30,000 US dollars. Investigators traced money to several bank accounts, some churning through hundreds of thousands of pounds, police said. Migrant smuggling is big business across Europe, and it's a hard problem to solve, with human rights, political, economic, social, security, health, and welfare issues often competing. Thanks for watching.